Imagine dropping your car keys on the driveway and watching them bounce 50 feet straight into the morning air.
Every single ounce of solid metal on Earth just instantly transformed into a highly elastic and super bouncy rubber material.
Your heavy 2-ton pickup truck is now basically a massive squeaky toy resting right inside your own garage.
Step outside and you will see entire city blocks shifting dramatically as tall steel skyscrapers sway like giant wet noodles. The structural shifting looks absolutely wild, but these massive towers hold together perfectly without settling into the hard ground.
Highways become complete dynamic disorder as commuters realize driving 60 miles per hour feels like riding a giant backyard trampoline.
Tires are useless when the rims themselves squish and stretch over every single tiny bump on the long paved interstate.
Finer highway fender benders do not cause scattered materials anymore. They just repel both vehicles backward by several hundred feet.
Airplanes attempting to land on the runway gently touch down and immediately rebound miles back into the cloudy sky.
Even walking through the grocery store is absurd when metal shopping carts flop around like jelly over the floor tiles. Canned goods are basically tiny rubber footballs bouncing all over the aisles, while bewildered customers move urgently to keep shopping. Construction sites look totally hilarious as heavy cranes wobble gracefully and thick steel beams droop over like warm, melted cheese. Forget about using your stove, because the frying pan will literally leap away when exposed to really high cooking heat. The national coin shortage gets worse because quarters are accidentally ricocheting out of vending machines across the entire country.
Professional sports completely change when the massive stadium bleachers absorb the wild crowd energy by rippling like crazy ocean waves.
Trying to unlock your front door takes 10 minutes because the brass key keeps bending backwards into a tight loop. People start strapping heavy cast iron skillets to their shoes just to vault over tall fences and large parked cars.
The music industry adapts quickly as brass instruments like trumpets suddenly sound like highly compressed and squeaky balloon animals.
Roller coasters become the most extreme thrill rides ever, flexing wildly outward as they navigate those intensely sharp loop turns.
Imagine wearing a heavy suit of armor. You would basically be invincible while bouncing endlessly across the paved city sidewalks.
Plumbers are having an absolute field day tying literal knots into copper pipes just to stop the water surging. Smartphone frames become incredibly durable, bouncing off solid concrete easily without breaking apart or fragmenting the glass screens inside. Entire communities begin using massive steel springs as primary transportation, launching themselves miles across the wide, open green suburbs.
We would have to completely reinvent modern engineering just to keep our wobbly civilization from literally bouncing into outer space.
Would you enjoy living in a rubbery world, or would the constant bouncing motion drive you absolutely crazy every day?